Like,
I do.
Well, I mean, now
have
that
two.
we're kind of fucking talking about shit that makes you feel, should we talk about albums?
Let's do
Since
it.
we're already fucking here, I don't give a shit about the time.
Yep.
People can fucking listen if they want to. If they don't want to, they can shut it off. They got their Terrifier thing.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about
I want to
this
save
stuff.
it. That's why.
For what?
Just because I wanted more time to think about it.
You didn't think
'Cause
about it?
I did, but I have so many.
So many.
Like, just from
You
time
won.
periods.
One.
Well, you guys name it. You guys go first.
Why don't you go
You want to
first?
fucking talk about it. Oh, no,
So
you can't think
I-
about it, huh?
So I watched. The reason why I brought this up is because I watched an interview with one of the vocalists of one of the bands that I like, which is Make Them Suffer. So they have an album. It's called Old Souls. Probably it came out at like. Now we're gonna get deep. We're gonna talk emotions. It's gonna get a little weird in here. It basically came out when I needed something the most in my life that would like help me get through things. So I was at a point where, mentally I wasn't good. I felt weird, going through the motions of depression and stuff. And then this album came out. And basically every song, I don't feel like people think that deathcore, it's melodic deathcore with like piano and violin and all the things that you wouldn't expect really in like a deathcore thing where you think it's just kind of like breakdowns or whatever. But, in that album, during that time I was playing piano for school and I really love piano. Piano has been like my thing I love most. It makes me emotional when I hear piano. I don't know why. So I was going through the emotions, whatever, and this album, Old Souls from Make Them Suffer, came out. And every song on that album, if I even listened to it right now, I'd probably tear up and probably cry. Because it talks about depression, the loss of someone, the way that, feeling alone. You shouldn't feel alone when, you listen to this and you can feel how they're feeling when they made the album. So I was listening to that at work the other day, just kind of, because I was like, hey, we should talk about stuff. Fucking put it on. I'm sitting at work, dude, tearing up. This shit just fucking hits. Because there's a song in the album that, it made me feel like everything again. I felt my 2015 self, which was not good.
Yeah.
That was fucking, 9 years ago? I was like
Yeah.
21, 22? But, yeah, I listened to that, and, I mean, it helped. It made me feel like I wasn't the only person. I didn't want to put my burden on anyone else, so this album just kind of got me through everything. I listened to it for like maybe 2 years, and I fucking just, it hurt. Like, I was just hurting, and then listened to it. I don't know. It's just something that helped. And I highly recommend listening to it because that band is actually, I'm going to promote their new album, which comes out in like 2 weeks. And I hope it's just as good, but that album is just piano, violin. It's very passionate about how they feel and like what the lead singer was going through, what everyone in the band was going through. Everyone was, I don't know, just helps with hard times. For me, it did. What about you, James?
I'm going to go through three. I'm going to do them really quick.
No, you're fine.
Well, no, honestly, I say we make this section like a little bonus.
It's
Little
fine.
boner.
Okay. So one of them is not so much an album. It's 3 albums. It's the only 3 albums that Nick Drake recorded in his life. But it's his main 3 studio albums. I mean, Nick obviously went through his depression got worse and worse and worse over time, with a very sad ending. And with those records, you can kind of almost follow, the degradation of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like by the time you get to Pink Moon, which is the last record, there's no strings, there's no backup, anything. It's just him and the acoustic guitar. Like everything else kind of gets stripped away. But those 3 records, it's him kind of going through his stuff. And it's not that the first 2 are super depressing, but they, there's a line on there where there's a song called Fruit Tree where he says, it's his first record, and he kind of predicts what's going to happen to him in a weird way where he says, safe in your place deep in the earth, that's when they'll know what you were really worth. Which Nick had no fame during his lifetime. It wasn't until 8 years after the old boy passed at 27, 26, somewhere around there, that a Kia commercial or a camera commercial picked up one of his songs, used it, and then his music blew up. Like literally as he literally as he predicts.
No shit.
End of the 70s, early 80s. But you can kind of just immerse yourself in those records and obviously apply things to your own life. But by the time you get to Pink Moon, there's some stuff that really hits home, I think, for a lot of people. And again, it's not like sad, depressing, like, oh, I'm so sad, I'm so bummed out. It's a lot more symbolic and but it's so applicable to kind of feeling lost and not, at that point he wasn't really sure what the point of what he was doing was, and it's very easy to relate to all three of those records. But for me specifically, Pink Moon, the lyrics, there's a song called Place to Be on Pink Moon, and the lyrics in that one are pretty, I think, relatable to anyone. Mm-hmm. The other record is Fever Dream from Palais Royale. Again, not super sad record. There's a song called Oblivion that I don't care who you are. That song will fuck your shit up. That one will wreck you. And again, it's not like, oh, so sad, da, 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 da. Like, I hate that, like, emo, fucking just like sad for being sad, sake of being sad bullshit. But that record was with me through some rough shit. It's one that, like, and it's not a sad record. Just a couple of songs on there that hit home, but there's like the whole time and place aspect of music too, like where it just like affects you years later because of where it kind of came into your life. And then the last one is my favorite record of all time, which is Life Is But a Dream from Avenged Sevenfold. And if you know anything about that record, why it was written, kind of the impetus behind that one, as weird as it is, as avant-garde as it is, it's a reflection on the human condition and life and death, and Matt was going through some real bad shit when he wrote that one. I think they kind of came to a point where it was like, from his perspective, we've done all these things and we've headlined all the biggest festivals in the world, and we're, at the time, probably 38, 35, somewhere around there. What else is there to do? Like, you start to feel a little empty and not jaded, but like you kind of freak out, like, what the fuck? Like, what else is there? And that's a scary fucking thought. And he spiraled pretty heavily to where they had to, he did some psychedelic therapy, which definitely shows through on the record. But the record is almost like a meditation on life, death, and the human condition. And it's not everyone's favorite record. It's the weird one. It's the one that is my favorite. It stands out the most for sure. But if you read the lyrics to that record, your butthole will pucker. Like, straight the fuck up. From the first song to the last song, you're just like, and it does touch on the self-deletion and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And free will, and where that kind of comes into play with free will. And I remember I heard that record. I heard the first half of that record 6 months before it was released. I was at Mr. Sinister Gates' house for the Avenged Sevenfold Halloween party, and he showed me, before we went, he showed me up to the song Cosmic, and he explained what Cosmic was about before he showed it to me, before he clicked play, and I drunk cried on Brian's couch.
I was going to say, man, thanks.
Just straight
thanks,
the fuck
Brian.
Up. He's like sitting at the kitchen table, just like getting into. He looks over. He goes, "Are you fucking crying?" And I was like, "No," but I was. But
Shout
that
out.
record also, it's like I feel like a lot of people sort of, you dig in the lyrics on that one a little bit, and you kind of look at what it's about, and like I said, your butthole puckers a little bit, and it's kind of, there's been a few people like Marty and a couple other people. I'm like, no, go home, listen to it from front to back, read the lyrics, and come back to me. And I remember Marty going, this kind of, at first he's like, oh, this is cool. Like, I don't think it's like lyrics aren't getting to me too much. And then a little bit later, he goes, "Oh fuck!" Like he comes back to me. He's like,
See, I
"This
need
kind
to-
of fucked me up."
I
And
need
was
to do
like,
that.
Well,
I haven't done that.
but be careful because there are multiple people like, "Yeah, this kind of fucked." Like when you get it as a whole, it's a little like, "Oh," because you can't help but. It's not about Matt and his experiences. It is like the entire human condition, and
Yeah.
so like you can apply. It's meant to be applied to you, and that can. It's one of those things that's like you can kind of step over the edge with it a little bit. You can go down those rabbit holes, and if you go down those rabbit holes, ooh,
Well, that's what I was gonna like. That plays on to a lot of like, kind of like where I am at right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to hit my 30,
Death
my
of
30
youth.
mark, and like the passage of time.
gets scary.
And dude, and it's super off topic. It's not even fucking music, but I swear to God, I watched a video that was like last week it came out, and then I saw that it came out 3 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, dude, life just fucking goes, and that's what's fucking me up right now because I'm hitting the 30 mark. Things are going the way I want, but like, there's certain things that kind of like fucking snap in my head, and I'm like, holy shit,
They
dude,
wake you
I'm
up at
getting,
night.
I'm getting old.
Yep.
My life is kind of flashing before my eyes. Like
They
things
wake
are
you-
happening.
You wake up at night thinking about that shit.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't sleep. Is
Yeah.
I wake up at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm thinking about life, and I'm like, God
I mean,
damn.
just you gotta also think, dude. You outlive a lot of people, you know.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
Yeah, we all still have a bunch of life ahead.
Right.
And
Oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing is, and it's just so hard to think about that it can just be taken out like
Right. That's the thing.
that
It
quick.
can just go.
Granted, you say
and,
this,
uh,
and I fucking die in a car crash next week.
That's not funny.
Just saying, dude.
Hayden
You
didn't,
never know.
Hayden didn't find that amusing at all.
Just
I don't
saying.
know,
He loves his brother.
It happens though. It's where it's like you just kind of, if you take a step back and look at your life through like a third person perspective, and you're like, fuck, dude. Like last thing I like think of is like when we were all hanging out, being like, 18, 19. We're all chilling, driving around town, looking for fucking ghosts and fucking ghouls and UFO shit.
You
and-
guys are assholes
I
for
was
that.
I used to
You used to fuck
fucking
with me.
lock Hans in my car, drive around blasting the residents, and just like fart and like
just rip
the
ass.
heater up, and lock the doors,
Dude.
and just torture.
This is my best friend. This is my best friend fucking telling me and torturing me as a
The
kid.
fucking worst music you could imagine. Just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But now we're doing this.
Yeah. And that's
And that's the thing, is like there's always the here and now.
that's where I'm kind of like, I feel like we postponed a lot of things that we should have done when we were younger. Obviously, we didn't
I
have
feel
like,
like we're doing it now too.
yeah, we're doing
so-
it now.
But now's the
and-
right time because I think I
yeah.
don't know if we would have been able to commit
Yeah.
back when we were
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah, and now look where we're at. Like, we're doing the things that we've talked about for years.
Yeah.
Like, we've all been huge movie buffs, horror movie, music, everything. We love all that shit. And
Yep.
now, I mean, look at, we're fucking recording stuff, and people are fucking listening, which is trippy, and want to, thank people for that. Like,
Yep.
you guys are pushing us forward to keep going. We're about to hit 300 downloads. That's not counting the shit that people don't download
Right.
and listen to, and
In
we
5
see
weeks, that's crazy because we've
5
only been running
weeks.
for 5 weeks. It's fucking insane. So thank you guys.
You guys
Yeah.
are pushing us, and then we're doing this as a group, and loving it. Doing this, Hayden kind of pushed the idea, and
Yeah.
James and I kind of pulled in on the execution. And this is where we're at. But
And
went off topic.
Sometimes
Bedford.
Lynn stops by.
Yeah, Lynn stops by. But back to
Music.
music, Hayden. You got an album, 2 albums, 3 albums. What do you
I
got?
got-
Dude, I'll give you. I made a playlist that like.
Does it hit you?
Yeah, no,
in the
it's
dick.
just, it's just a bunch of songs, but I'll tell you right now, the one album that really gets me every time, honestly, like more recently, just because like you guys know, I've had a bit of a tough year, and like
Is it Creed?
no, it's Blonde by Frank Ocean. Like I remember, recently, maybe a few months back, I was just on YouTube. I just couldn't sleep at night. I put it on, and I just fucking was bawling. Just bawling like a fucking baby. Like I just like, it just reminded me, it just made me like be able to feel out my emotions a lot. And like that whole night, dude, I was up till maybe 2 in the morning, just kind of like trying to just cried myself to sleep essentially, just listening to that album, just because like kind of because because that whole album is just like about how his brother passed and stuff, and then seeing him at
I'm not dead.
Coachella. I know.
Here, right here.
I know, but seeing him at Coachella and then him like not being able to get through a lot of his performance because like Coachella reminded him of his brother and stuff was just like rough.
I'm not trying to cut you off, but that shows you he's a true artist. He's writing things from the heart, and it's hitting you obviously, and I'm sure it's hitting a lot of other people, and that's what music should be, and that's where it should touch people. It shouldn't just be something like there's music that you want to listen to that just kind of you get through like a drive or whatever, but then there's music that you come home to and you're like, I'm going to listen to this because I want to feel something because they feel the same way.
Because sometimes I do just need to kind of feel something out and like be on my own, or if I do need to bring somebody in to like help me feel that,
Yeah, because you're living the mundane fucking life of working, coming home, eating, cooking, doing shit, and then you want to, your emotions are kind of cut off from everything because you're on that numb cycle of working.
This life is but a dream, baby.
Exactly. Exactly, dude.
Dude, I'll say another. I have 2 more albums.
Do it.
Fucking.
This is a long episode, guys. So
we went. From
I think we might cut it and just do 2 separate.
We can, and that's fine. I don't mind cutting that up and then shooting out 2. I can
make it a bonus episode.
I can shard out another episode. I don't mind editing.
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't mind just doing this as a whole other episode too. I think, Super Heaven. I know everybody fucking like that's become like the most TikTok meme shit, but the album Jar by Super Heaven is a fucking
that band is now they're getting the publicity.
It just makes me so happy that they're opening for fucking A Story So Far in November.
Crazy. Well, aren't they from like 2010?
2013. They made 2 albums in 2013 and 2015.
So we're expecting another one because of the
I'm
wave.
Hoping so.
Dude,
I hope it sounds exactly
the
like
thing
the other shit.
That kind of draws me off of listening to them because I started listening to them like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then now I see fucking TikTok goth chicks. Super Heaven's my life.
I just see TikTok gym bros putting it on.
I mean,
and
it's
the
relatable
captions,
though.
like me seeing a dude that lifted like 30 pounds and me pushing the weight up 40 because he couldn't lift it, and then his girlfriend coming over and saying, "It's okay, babe." Yeah. And it's just him. I'm alone.
Yeah, like Han said, it's not a bad thing. It's relatable.
No, it is super relatable. But no, that album, like, I remember being at work when I was doing that facilities work stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember when that certain thing happened. It was maybe a week after it had happened, and I just had my playlist playing. I remember that coming on, and I'm like, all right, let's change this. Next song, it was fucking Black Gives Way to Blue by Alice in Chains, and I'm like, that is a fucking album.
But that song on that record.
That song is just. I was listening. I was like, oh, fuck, I don't want to change it. I love that song so much.
But it is like a top 3 song that will break you.
I have a mask on. I have my glasses on. I'm fucking crying through it. I have to like leave.
Are you adding this to the playlist at all? So I can listen to this shit?
I don't have access to add it.
I gave you guys access.
Yeah.
Everyone's got access.
I tried. It didn't let me. I should have said something. That's my bad.
Yeah, you should text me. And I should have.
Just send it to me. It's fine. I can add it now.
That record is great, but that song will fucking break you.
So are we taking stuff off that and then re-adding new stuff, or what? How do you want to do that?
No,
it's just gonna be one big thing.
Just fucking add it. Who gives a shit?
I just want to make sure.
Because I have friends.
I add 3 songs a week.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. 3.
I add shit and people listen to it. I get text messages and messages from people.
I'll add a bunch that I've been cooking up.
It doesn't help when we've got my music mixed with your guys' music.
Oh, it's so fucking schizophrenic. It's great.
It literally, I feel like
it's chaotic. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, you're getting a taste of everything. Yeah. Skip my shit, obviously, because I'm just adding.
Play it all. Fucking just put that on shuffle, and you have a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
seriously,
then get you into deathcore and fucking.
And then Nick
Drake.
But honestly, and then Movements was another one this year that like,
dude, that band live is fucking phenomenal.
I really suck. I can't believe I missed that,
bro. When we saw them live, just because I wasn't into them until like Crystal really like showed me, and I sat down and like listened to their shit. As soon as we saw them live, I was like, I was feeling shit. It's that's a band you would like. It's.
I know Movements.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you didn't listen to them.
No,
My
I
bad.
know Movements.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just guessing. I didn't know.
Like, I don't love Movements, but I know Movements.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole album is good, but once Daylily comes on, it's game over.
Yeah, that's a good song.
But I will say that that one band and album that will like not get me through or whatever. Like it's just like a very like it hits for me personally. And you put me onto them like when I got right out of high school, and they had just broken up too.
Ooh.
And it's Dillinger Escape Plan.
Oh, fuck.
It's
That's a great
Disassociation.
God,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
They're good.
Or Dissociation. Sorry.
Where aren't they back touring?
No, they did one festival with the original singer.
Yep.
Not with what's his name, the guy who's been there the whole time. I
Wow.
think him and the guitarist have some kind of like issue.
Gotcha.
But
That's fair.
no, Dissociation. Like for years I would that and fucking One of Us Is the Killer. Both those albums just like hit so hard. It's a different kind. I know it's not like I don't even know what kind of genre that is. I know it is like
Schizo.
it is. That's what it feels like. But that type of like their music hits in a certain way for me.
Yeah.
That I like. I like his vocals. I like his screaming. I like his singing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then all the instrumental on top of it is so like technical and like cut up to a T where I'm like this like hits every single like parcel of my fucking
the
ear.
autism.
Yeah.
It's autism
yeah,
very
just
well.
fucking.
Because it's what is it, mathcore? Is that
I
what they
wouldn't
call
consider it mathcore. Would you?
No, mathcore
mathcore's
is
like
a little more
gent.
Yeah.
Genty.
It can get a little nerdy too.
Yeah, that's
You
like
got
nerd
indie
metal.
bands that can kind of get in like mathcore
Yeah,
too.
I would say they're more not experimental, but they're more on like the Mr. Bungle level
Yeah.
because they're
Well,
very.
it's great because Mike Patton came in on
Yeah.
that album.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
And that album fucking is
Yeah.
it
is just
slaps.
a great mixture of
It's just.
Bungle or of him and the band.
I would just say it's like schizo metal.
Yeah.
Schizo
Yeah.
fucking insane shit because a lot of now that I think about it,
I've noticed a lot of people don't like Dillinger though.
yeah, a lot of people don't.
It's
because
a-
just
it's an
Well,
acquired-
especially now, like if you weren't kind of there at the time, I feel like it's really hard to get people turned on to them that
Yeah.
have not been familiar with them in the past.
so it's a good album. I like it.
Here, I want you to just read. You can read these to
What am I
yourself while
reading?
Hayden talks. Just read. These are the lyrics to the song.
What
I
song?
think that you would really relate right now. Just talking, Hayden.
Stu's gonna make me
I want
fucking-
Hayden. I just want Hans to
I'm gonna
read
use
those.
No,
this.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna go
that's,
pee,
uh,
and then I'll be back.
That's really all I have for that.
What number? I'm 3.
I'd say I don't know, dude. It's
Progression of life.
there's so much music that I just alternate all the time,
Yeah,
dude.
same.
Like my
You
playlist
should.
just goes fucking
You
crazy.
should.
And I'm more so. I think I said this a few weeks back, maybe in the first week that we did this, or maybe the third or second. But that I think they call it beach goth. So like the Growlers, the
Oh, I fucking love the grow. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Like beach goth. Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah.
liking it lately.
Yeah. Same.
But
Big fan. Yeah. Good shit, dude.
yeah, that's just kind of where my brain's at with all that music.
Can also use
And
the Growlers for Halloween playlists. So many.
They're
good
playing
fucking spooky
Halloween.
songs. Of course they are.
They're playing Halloween at in LA.
That's so sick.
Yeah, I was gonna go, but I need to save my money real bad.
Fair. We all do.
Yeah.
In 2024, we all do.
Tough out here.
Yeah. Yeah. For a real homie.
It's hard out here for a pimp
Yeah. Yeah.
when you're trying to get the money for the rent.
We trying to get that money for that whip.
Yeah,
We all trying.
but I mean, I don't know. Do you guys what?
I make him read the lyrics to Game Over.
Oh, well, you have to fuck up my day.
Guy hands me his phone and fucks my day up. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I
That's
think
the opening.
Is that the one where he?
It's very like System of Down Bungle.
Yeah,
Boom, boom,
it's-
boom, like
yeah.
rap
He's
sheets.
like constantly
Yep,
going.
Yep.
Okay, I remember you showed me that
Yeah,
song.
that's the lyrics.
Yeah, thanks, man. I can't wait to fucking spend the rest of my day with my lady thinking. Watching.
Damn, you really had to make me think today, huh?
I hate thinking.
Just
I
drown
was-
yourself in fucking horror movies, kids.
I was hoping I'd just edit and fucking sit here and
Go
do
to
nothing.
sleep.
Go to sleep. But I mean, fuck, dude, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I had more to say about the album that I think I wrote down notes. I know we're going backtracking, but like
Oh,
bonus
and
episode.
Backcountry.
backcountry.
I don't care. I don't care if they hate that album.
No, they don't hate that record.
Yeah, they do.
They just.
I know they do.
I think there's no Sin doesn't love.
Sin told me
he
that.
doesn't like a lot of.
He
rec
whispered
stuff
that in
on
my
record.
sleep. If you're listening, I remember it.
Brian, he told you. Yeah, he
You
knows.
came into my room.
He knows.
Does Brian listen to this?
I don't know.
I would hope.
He liked he liked a few of the posts about it, so he might.
He liked a few?
Yeah, give us that retweet, dog.
Wait, he did?
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
sick.
God, that's like, it's so weird
I'm
hearing that because it's like my
embarrassed now.
fucking childhood, like, all right
be-
there in one guitarist.
If you sit and hang with him, you would not be embarrassed. He'd fucking. I'm gonna get him on here one day.
You know
whether
what's-
he calls in or not, I'll fucking get his ass on here.
You know what's weird is, you know how now we're talking about weird shit. Sorry, this is gonna be a long one. Well, we're breaking it
We're
up.
breaking it up.
At some point, we're gonna have to chop it
Part
to where
two
I
it.
say, "Yo, this
Well,
is the
part
end of
two it.
Terrifier
Yeah.
review,
Well,
whatever."
hawk to it.
Oh, don't. That girl's
That's who we got to get on
She's
here
$12
next.
million dollars. She's
I
worth
know.
12 mil. Her net worth, bro.
Oh, I
And she
kill
was just on the
myself.
street
I-
slumming it up. Don't get it.
And we heading into them workspaces.
What's
every
your
day.
biggest turn on?
Ah, dude.
Anyways,
But yeah, no, I was, what's weird is people that come into your life that, because like you and I have been friends for fucking years, okay?
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but I also want to talk about that. The fact that you
No, it's not, no, I'm talking about
Oh.
like, I get, so like, you know when Josh,
yeah, oh yeah.
Shout out
yeah,
to
yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, Josh for free. Who's not
Yeah.
listening because that man's off doing his own.
yeah, he's
thing,
off
but
in fucking spiritual
Yeah.
land.
pumping out.
but that's what I
books.
mean. Like,
But things like that, like people that come into your life that are significant and like that play a huge impact in your life, I feed off that. Like I feed off of like, I can,
Well, you got to meet him.
yeah, Josh, dude, Josh changed my life.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he still kind of keeps up
Yeah.
with me, by
Yeah.
giving you shit to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
to me, which is trippy. I still have that
Yeah.
note from him.
Oh
that
yeah.
man he changed my entire perspective of life.
Yeah.
Which is wild. And I don't know how to explain that. I was fucking, 17?
Yeah. that was a
Everything in my
while
life
ago.
changed.
2012.
Oh my God, yeah, I was
Yeah.
17.
where did he touch you?
Do not say that about Josh.
Sorry,
That
kidding.
man, I feel like I was so dumb at the time when we were talking to him. I was so like cut off from like everything outside of like reality of like where I was in
Right.
life because I was so straight and narrow on
Yeah.
things, and he branched that out.
Some of those days where you look back, it feels like a dream. Like it didn't really happen.
That day was a dream.
Yeah.
It was just
Very
weird.
strange.
But yeah, like with Brian, which is weird, is I find myself like kind of thinking about that shit.
Yeah.
Like you and him and like how things have happened with you. And then I think like this dude is impacting your life. And I feel like it
bleeds over.
bleeds over into like, cause you and I are, God, this sounds fucking, I'm going to say it.
Gay.
Gay. It sounds
Gay.
gay. But this, like, James has been my best friend since fucking,
Hey, sexuality's on a spectrum, baby.
I guess. But anything that kind of happens to him, it kind of bleeds over into my life.
Yeah,
to
Hans and I
where-
know when weird things are happening to the other one because it's happening to the other person simultaneously on
Yeah.
some level, or right before, right after.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
And I will text him or he will text me being like, yo, what's going on? Are you okay? Am I okay? It's give and take with each other.
Yeah.
You know what's weird is I get that with Nick now. Now that me
Nick-
and him have been hanging out a lot more.
Groats just kind of wrapped
Dude,
over
it's
each other's
weird.
dicks.
It's so weird. Like shit that'll be happening to him will be happening to me.
Well,
In different capacities, but like,
that's where I think that's when you find a connection with
Compadres.
a person on like a different level. Like there's base level friendship, and then there's like, you know, your best friend level. shit.
we need to. I think we need to get Nick on.
I'd be
here.
down to have
He
Nick.
is.
I like
he-
Nick a lot.
dude. He loves movies just as
Yeah.
much as we
Oh,
do.
I know.
And he was putting me onto some shit.
Yeah. No, I know Nick's fucking great. I would be down to have him on when like you're in town, like whatever next one that we have, because next week is gonna be.
Well, you guys are having Chris on, right?
We might have Chris.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta ask him, so I haven't talked to him yet. But yeah, what I was saying is like it kind of bleeds over when you find when you have a good friend that you guys have been through a lot of shit together. kind of bleeds on over.
It's like Venom and Eddie.
Yeah.
It's like they're two individuals, but they're going through. There's a lot of crossover there. All the same shit happening.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking forward to that third one.
No, neither am I. I'm not talking about the movies, just in general. The
In
two
general,
characters.
Yeah, James is a parasite on my body.
Yep.
Sucking the soul out.
Right.
He's sucking my soul
Right through your scrot.
through my penis. My balls are drained. But yeah, no. When I was thinking about that recently. I'm like, it's just weird.
Yeah, life's just life.
Brian's stepping over the boundary, and he needs to back the fuck up.
I'm gonna try and when we figure out how to get people to call in, I would love to have him on at some point.
Dude, either call in or fucking have him just at some point
Come hang.
Come hang.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. I don't know. That'd be dope.
bring them drinks.
Drinks and just fucking hang out.
Yep.
Eat some fucking moonshine
Chips and-
pickles.
Yeah, dude.
I wish I bought those, but I think we're gonna do that for the birthday.
Yeah, that's a go get a bunch of different ones. They
Oh,
got
we
the
should
mangoes.
tell
record some of the birthday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can
behind
once we have the
scenes.
camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
hang
be
out.
back that day.
So you'll
Tell
be
us
there.
about it.
Yeah, so we're coming back from LA that morning, and then I'll be later on in the day. I'll be here.
Perfect.
Yep.
Cool.
But
That's pretty much it, right?
I think so.
Are we closing it off?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Gave you guys a little bonus episode.
Yep.
Yeah. I just
You're
got to figure out how
welcome.
to fucking chop that up and then.
There's
gotta
an
throw it.
option on the thing to do a bonus where it's not going to be an episode. It'll just say bonus.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on.
I'll
It's
do
on
that right
the
now.
thing.
Chippity chop.
Sweet, because the camera stopped recording. At I don't know what mark.
We should
I
have just
haven't
plugged
checked.
it in.
At some point during Terrifier.
Sorry, guys.
though.
You're going to get a little bit.
Yeah,
You'll see
you're
a
gonna get a
little
little
bit of
We're
us.
video of us.
still figuring it out.
Well,
and
we
you
got a
guys
camera
get to
coming
witness
in.
it.
Today that'll record everything. I got to buy some SDs, some batteries, tripod. I don't have a
New
tripod.
mic coming in too.
Tripod I might have. It's
Oh.
it's a really big one. It's a really tall one.
Perfect. That's all I
But
need.
yeah,
Pretty great.
we wouldn't need the chair. It would be
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
bad borrowing all the shit from the guy that has literally produced us all of our shit, which is Nunez.
Alex.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shouts
Gave
out.
us, sold us the
Sweet
deck,
little dog.
the mics.
My lovely
everything.
roommate.
He's been helping out. So shout out to the boy.
Yeah.
But that is going
Yeah,
to end
seriously,
it.
we couldn't have done this without Alex.
No.
He's given us so
No,
much cool
literally.
shit. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, dude.
I don't know if we've shot. I don't think we've shot
No,
him
we
out
haven't.
before.
I'm fucking.
Well, I'd
I'm
like
sorry
to,
for that.
I'd like to have him
Shameful.
on before he fucking
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah, same.
So we'll
We
figure
do that
that
in the
out.
coming
So chill.
weeks. Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be it, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Go watch Terrifier.
Yeah.
I know this is probably a bonus. We probably should put that in the fucking end of the other one, but whatever.
Every episode from here on, you get that reminder.
Yep. Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.